For this exercise, we're taking a look at prisms and pyramids, and we start with counting faces and edges, much like we did with our platonic solids earlier in this packet. And so we have a pentagonal prism. That means we have a top and bottom, or two end faces, that are pentagons. Pentagons have 5 edges and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. So that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those points or vertices here, and the same on the back. 5 plus 5 is 10, so there's 10 vertices. Now, when you take a look at faces, each one of these edges of the pentagon has a face along that lateral or side edge here. And so you've got 1, 2, back here 3, back here 4, and the bottom 5. And then you have this end one, 6, and this back one, 7. So there's 7 faces, 5 lateral that are rectangles, and 2 ends that are pentagons. Now for edges, each of these ends have 5 edges because they're pentagons. So you have 5 here and 5 back here. But then you also have what we call the lateral edges, and those are the edges that are connecting the vertices of the 2 end faces. So 1, 2, back here 3, 4, and 5. So you have 5 on the front, 5 edges for the lateral, and 5 on the back to give you 15 different edges. Now, when you take a look at a pyramid with a hexagonal base, the base is a hexagon, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 edges, and this is slightly skewed. It doesn't say it has to be a regular hexagon, and so as long as it's convex and it has straight edges, you're good to go with that. And so the base looks like that, and then every vertex of that base comes up to the single vertex at the top that makes it a pyramid. And so to be a pyramid, you have a single vertex at the top and then one edge that connects to every vertex of the bottom. So that's the first thing we need to have really clear. Then we want to count faces. We have that base. And then remember, since every vertex connects from the base to that vertex up at the top or the apex, we get 2 edges give you this face, then you have this face, and then this one back here, here, here. So every edge of that hexagon has a face that goes up to the apex. So if there are 6 edges, there are 6 faces going up from that base up to the top of the pyramid, and then add that bottom, and that gives you 7. So 6 lateral, those are all triangles, and then you have 1, the base, and that's the original hexagon we have down here. When we look at edges, we use that same argument. You've got 6 vertices down here on the base, which is going to give us 6 edges on the base, and it also, every vertex to the apex gives us an edge. So we have 6 edges coming up from the base, and we have 6 edges on the base. So 6 on the base, 6 to the point gives us 12. Vertices, you have 6 on the base, and you have 1 up here, so you have 7. Now the difference between a rectangle and a rectangular prism, a rectangle is in 2 dimensions, and a rectangular prism, the prism is the key, is 3 dimensions. The rectangle is just flat, it lies in the plane, but the rectangular prism, since it's 3 dimensions, it's a solid, and it has rectangular faces. Rectangular faces. Now, the difference between a triangle and a triangle pyramid, we're also doing 2 to 3 dimensions. The triangle is flat. The triangular prism is 3 dimensions. It's a solid, and it has a triangular base. So that's it.